Power Book 4, Force, Season 2, Episode 1.
Return of Tommy. That's
Tommy's
not the name
back.
of the episode, but
Tommy's Back is the name of the episode.
Oh, basically.
Let's start off with the fact that I miss Liliana already.
Yeah, there does seem to be a element missing from the show.
Yeah.
Seems to be a certain attitude missing. They're going to have to replace that, I guess.
Biggest mistake they made in Season 1.
They could have killed somebody else. If Gloria was going to die,
that
could have made that Claudia.
Situation wasn't that big of a deal to me. Jeremiah was only there for like 2 episodes, so that situation.
A lot of shock deaths. I mean, we got a shock death in this episode.
Yes.
Like, seems like we're doing things by quotas now. Very strict quotas.
Yeah.
Mainly deaths and sex scenes. And it felt like at certain points in the show this week, it felt like they were like, oh shit, we didn't kill nobody.
Yeah.
You. Yeah. Oh, damn. Ain't nobody fucking. Y'all, come on.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
It just felt random as hell.
It did.
Very softcore pornish.
Well, it's power, so.
Nah, I don't want shit. I want you. I was like.
Tommy starts off the episode with a big bottle of J-Mo, which is what I was doing on the inside because I also miss Liliana. And bro is hallucinating, hearing her voice talk to him and having a full conversation.
Pay, Tommy. I will.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
But you know what I think that is? So if he's talking to Liliana because of the feelings that he had for her, that was his friend and how tragically she was killed. Mm-hmm. Who else might Tommy be talking to, as he slips into his psychosis?
Ghost?
Keep teasing me.
Tommy starts canceling Christmas with the quickness and comes after people who know the Flynn's whereabouts and finds that Walter will be at Claude's the next day.
He was just getting his frustrations out because he knew damn well that man didn't know who killed Liliana. He had to have known that this dude didn't have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where you found this man. You just found a random employee and said, "Where's Liliana? Who was that?"
Yeah, well, he very quickly kills somebody, so...
I think that was more about sending a message and releasing some tension than it was actually fact finding. But he came up with a nugget though.
Tommy got Kate and the rest of the fam holed up while he wages war with the Flynn's. He admits he's fucked up about Liliana to his brother.
Ain't nobody found out where Kate lived yet. Like, man, people are really slow to gather information in the Power universe.
Yeah.
It's like, no, here, just stay at my mom's house, right? The only connection that I have to this city whatsoever, come here and hide. Yep, this is exactly the best place to be right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about how
safe house, not my apartment where no one is supposed to know about. No. But yeah, let's go to the one connection that I have back to this place legitimately and stay.
Yeah, we'll talk about how long it takes people to get info here in a second. But he admits he's fucked up about Liliana to his brother, and then Kate admits that she's off drugs, which is a lie, right? It's Kate. It's bound to come back up.
We'll see. Maybe she's making a life change. It would be very ironic that the only person in Power that can't fight, or excuse me, the only person who actually ends up fighting their nature in the Power universe is Kate of all people.
Yes.
Not Tasha, not Tommy, not Kanan, not Tariq, not Liliana, not any of the Flynn's, but Kate is the only person who's able to fight their nature and become a different person.
Because she's got her grandson now.
Go figure.
Yikes.
Go figure. Well, she had a de facto grandson. She let him fall into a life of crime and become the second coming of Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She loved Jamie so much. That was her second son. What the hell you let Tariq fall into this life of criminal activity?
Well, that's not her actual grandson.
Well, you can't tell her that.
That's a fact. The feds can't figure out who the fuck Tommy is and now have a deadline to get a name on him by the end of the week. Considering this man has New York plates, how hard is it to tap into somebody from New York and have that info later that day?
Hey, man. They're doing a doozy in representing the Chicago Police Department, boy. Because, well, they say he's dead, but they're fighting us on it. We just don't know.
That pissed me off.
We just don't know.
That pissed me off.
Hey, I know. Much. We got to go get a fingerprint to confirm it.
All of this,
like, man,
with them.
I guess my lion eyes is just You know.
Like, you have pictures of him in 4K in Chicago. Like, no, he's dead.
Okay, well, look, we just going to let New York think what they think. And we're going to go ahead and move on with our investigation because we're not idiots.
That whole thing pissed me
off. And we can see, you know, it's not even worth blowing up the investigation trying to get a fingerprint. I can see it. Why don't we just continue on the course that we're currently on? Let's say it's not. Let's say he has some freaky fraternal twin that was separated from him at birth. And, you know, and that's him. What the fuck does it matter what he had going on in New York? This is Chicago, right? He's obviously setting up shop here in Chicago. We'd be better pursuing him here in Chicago, regardless of what the hell happened in New York.
Yeah.
But no, let's put in this erroneous scene of us collecting this fingerprint to add the tension.
Oh, it all pissed me off so much. Diamond and Lil Bro are informing their teams that they got beef with each other as Tommy watches Diamond from the side. Lil Bro explains to kill them on sight. The word ghost gets thrown around so much in this series, and it's only the first episode.
Hey, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Like, stop playing this game with me. Either get to it or stop doing it. Because, I mean, that theme popped up a lot in Ghost.
Yeah. This
season, right? Like, his name got invoked so much in that season.
Yep.
And now here we go in Force, in this season of Force, and we got 2 name drops in like 30 minutes. Stop playing with me. Either get to getting, and I better hear some Amari Hardwick in Tommy's brain or something, or leave that shit alone.
Why is he standing in the corner like Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Nah, I ain't no ghost, but I can be friendly. Hey, man.
We can't find any information on him. He's like a ghost. Okay. All right.
Lay it on just a little bit thicker, and then maybe I'll predict something. You know?
One dude from Diamond set gets buck at Tommy, and I find it weird that he ain't never seen bro with Diamond like.
Hey man, I'm kind of over the crash dummy aesthetic. I'm over it. Like there has to be a better reason for him not to want to work with the person who brought him in to get him paid. Then you got a white man working with you? No, man, no, I can't do that shit. He white. Like, damn, bro, you don't sell drugs to white people?
Oh man.
So you can sell drugs to white people, but you can't buy drugs from white. I don't even understand the logic here. Why are you so hyped? Number one, like, who put you in charge? Who thought it was a good idea to put this turncoat in charge of anything? How did you ascend? Like, think about this, right? You obviously the most pro Jannard MFer in the room.
Clearly.
Because ain't nobody else that's here currently speaking up. Right?
Nobody has a problem at all.
That didn't come here with you. But why didn't you get the whoop-de-whoop from Jannard up front? Why are you sitting here in front of Diamond and not with Jannard? Did that shit even play? Why is it only after you solidified and took some bricks from Diamond did it become an opportunity for Jannard to come and talk to you? Why he ain't call you first when he called all them other niggas? All the crash dummies that was in there like, yeah, let's go to war over streets we never owned in the first place because Jannard was an employee. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, what are they going under? What is their name? Treason.
They're calling. I did hear that.
They've been calling themselves treason.
Oh, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. So I heard them say that, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
So let's not even hang on to the charade that we've been done wrong or we've been cut out of something or somehow that any of this is legitimate. No, let's lean into it. We some full on fucking Disney character villains. We treason block, nigga. That's what we are. Treason. Come get down with treason.
I miss Power so much, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, come get down with treason. I'll be like, you know what? On second thought, let me go holler at Diamond again and see what he got for me. Whew. Damn, not down with treason.
Right. Also, Jannard still has cauliflower ear. Don't that shit go away eventually?
I don't know. Maybe you have to have surgery or something when they get that bad. I wish they would like come on and explain it. Like, was he like a really good boxer? I only seen him fighting Diamond at one time, and he went down quick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but maybe that's the context to, you know, Diamond was a boxer. That was his little brother. Maybe he was like a punching bag. Like, maybe he was just like Diamond's sparring partner. Yeah. And that's where all this Anna came from.
Oh, you know what? He did that on purpose. He fell on purpose. I forgot about that.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's what he said. The plan was he took that fall on purpose.
Anyways. I mean, how good could you have been when your ear looked like that?
Fair.
Get your hands up, fam.
Yeah.
I mean, at very least, get you some damn antiseptic and some something. Clear. Wash that shit out. Damn, bruh. You wearing somebody else's headsets or what are you doing?
Yikes.
Clean the gym, something along the road didn't lead to good decision making and got your ear looking like that. But they have never said anything about it.
No.
So I'm just wondering why it's there. It's going to be like when we get back to them Gary, Indiana niggas and I'm looking all the way over here to catch Fred Gibbs' eye. Like, why are we doing these physical ailments that don't mean anything, don't add anything to the story, and that you never explain?
It just makes everybody look foolish.
It's like maybe in the costume department they hired somebody from Walking Dead and they just, you know, put their little seasoning on it.
Stop.
They hired somebody from Walking Dead and they just put their little twist in the costumes.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, that's my signature. If you see there are some physical ailments from some of the characters, me.
Tommy wants to go do a hit on the Flynns, but Diamond thinks he should lay low. Diamond got to see his PO, but Tommy's making his move now. Also, he wants to meet the connectors they're doing business. Mm-hmm. Then homegirl reporter from last season must have not gotten a season 2 check, so they write her off with a breakup text.
Is that what happened, or did she get kidnapped or something?
Last season?
No, I'm saying like in this season. At the start of this season, maybe something happened to her. Because it seemed very vague. Yeah. And like, I don't... That seemed like it would have been... Well, I mean, the way that they did it was almost as good as explaining it in a throwaway part in the dialogue. Like, yeah, it just didn't work out with me and old girl.
Yeah.
Like, it was just as good. The only thing that invalidates that and kind of raises my antennas is that they didn't do really a time jump from last season. This is like 2 days after Liliana died. So, you know, we're low key in the same spot that we left. Yeah. So that seems very abrupt. Considering that, I feel like she just helped him break the law.
Yeah.
So, it seems very quick. Seems very quick.
It does, but that's why they hurried up and said no.
But you're right. If old girl is not on, we need to check the IMDb and see if she's in the casting for the up and coming episodes. Because I mean, it sounded like bullshit. Like, hold on, man, you was literally just here.
Yeah, but then the way he kind of just overlooked it made me feel like,
he definitely don't have time for that shit. So
no, facts. He got a PO to worry about.
This is cheating, by the way.
5 episodes, 2022. So
that was last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, maybe she really just didn't get renewed, and that was their way of cleaning that up.
Yep.
That's shitty. They could have gave her a nicer goodbye than that.
No, get out.
She had to go handle some things with her mom out in fuck around town or wherever the hell she's from. Yeah, crazy. Wherever she's from.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe she could show because I know IMDb sometimes is not 100%. So. Like they'll have, she was in this season, but they didn't update for this.
Updated yet? We'll see.
Walter Flynn got Dublin pissed off at him because Tommy bodied some real hitters. Walter says he'll take care of Tommy himself, but he'll need some protection from retaliation. Bro from Dublin gives him a major price, and while I think Walter will pay it for some reason, I don't think that price will be worth it by the end of the season. I think Tommy's going to end up buying
Tommy looking at the landscape like, man, I see a lot of food. I see a lot of food pretending to be prey. I'm going to just eat until somebody stop me. And then, like, literally, I'm going to just keep taking until somebody stops me. Yep. Because I low-key, like, I guess when you're in that game, that's kind of what it is. Like, you're either eating or you are the food. And, you know, if he's able to take it, who's to say that they weren't?
Yeah. Yep. Vic is drinking his sorrows away from losing Maya last season. Yes, if they're going to keep showing pictures of her, I'm going to keep calling her Maya. Bro gets a call from Da, and he ignores it.
Da is crazy. Because he doesn't speak with an Irish accent. He doesn't use any Irish euphemisms. But putting his dad's name in his phone is Da is crazy.
That was.
The most Irish thing he got on him is them Celtic tattoos he got, which he barely shows.
Of course. I feel like a drug dealer should have a better shirt and tie game than Diamond. Bro dresses like a teller working his first bank
job. Bruh dressed like he raided a FUBU outlet back in 2005 and got everything.
Yep. And his shirt and tie game isn't much better at all.
Like, damn, we spending all this money fucking up Gerard's ear. We can't spend no more money getting Diamond some better clothes. Woo. Swear to God, he looked like the security guard at the club.
Yes. Yep. I was like, what is happening?
Like, this here? The boss or the bouncer? Shit.
His PO runs a tight ship, which means Tommy will be working a lot more hands-on with CBI, and Diamond basically has a work-from-home job.
This is a bullshit arc I don't need.
I agree.
It's a bullshit arc I don't need. And it honestly just positions the situation to be less of a partnership and more of a this is Tommy's thing. Because it's going to come down to a point where Diamond's just not going to be able to give directives or be there face to face. And then Tommy's going to have to take over. And eventually, you see he already has the attitude. Well, shit, if I can just keep leveling up, eventually that's going to leave Diamond to be ass out until he's off of parole. So
yeah. Yep.
And by that time, Tommy will have done so much that he's not going to be able to justify calling Diamond a partner. So it just seems like they're setting the road for this to be Tommy's show anyways, hampering him with this, this do-gooder ass CO. And it's like, look, man, he had already made his choices. Okay, move on to somebody else. God damn it. I wonder who snitched on him. Probably fucking Gerard. On the other dude that was bought by CBI.
Oh, yeah.
His old parole officer.
I can see that.
Probably Gerard.
More than likely. Tommy goes to cap Walter Flynn outside of Claude's, but doesn't. And I didn't really get a good explanation for this, but he saw somebody, so I'm assuming he saw him with backup and decided 1 on 2 or 3 is not.
Well, he do walk into his gun path. Now, why people take so long to shoot in Power? Can't tell you.
Yeah.
Because, for about 2 seconds there, he had a shot that he just didn't take, and the security walked in his path.
Yep.
Now, walking out, broad daylight, upper class neighborhood, probably cameras everywhere, no shiesty, no gloves, because I know you're going to get rid of the burner after you shoot, and expecting to kill this man? Nuts. Insane. No plan at all. Terrible execution.
Absolutely.
Terrible execution. For so many reasons.
Yeah.
But, that was his plan.
Mm-hmm. Vic and Claude are both ignoring Walter at her place. Walter thinks bro from Dublin is going to take care of things, but as I said earlier, that shit won't work out. Claude and Vic reiterate their partnership and that they're only looking out for each other. Does Claude not kill a majority of the people she works with?
Yeah.
Boy, did I call this at that point.
Sure the fuck does. Good on Vic for, wising up here towards the end of the episode.
Right. Tommy's brother wants to be down with the gang, but Tommy says, nah. Tommy opens up the back door to this bar. Is this the bar that Maya worked at where he killed all those Irish assassins, or?
Nah, that's not the same.
Different one?
Different bar.
Okay. Well, he gives the bar to his brother, and he doesn't want anything for it because he's already done so much for Tommy.
Yeah, Loki owes him. Almost got his son shot.
Yeah.
And is actively involving him back into the drug business. So,
yeah.
Hope we can just even that out with the whole I gave you a bar thing.
Yep. Tommy and Diamond get a text to meet up with the Connect. Cops pull up to get Tommy's fingerprints, and he misses them by a second, seemingly.
Yeah, sure.
Again, a license plate is not good enough for y'all. Like, what?
We have to confirm it. Get his print.
The doc is still working for Claude, which I forgot about. At this point, I wanted the doc to kill her, but I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it was so easy to play Claudia. It's so easy to play her. Like, very easy. The minute they found out that Dahlia was back on the market, all of a sudden it drops that the formula to Dahlia. Now, who's the most obvious choice? The doctor. Because I just told her that she's fucked and she has to work for me in perpetuity.
But who else knows?
Who else knows? Who else knows, Claudia? Who else knows, Claudia? Who else knows, Claudia? No, fuck it. I'll just solve my problem with the most, point A to point B solution and forget about it.
Yep.
Because it was the doctor, because I say so. Yep.
Not consulting anybody about it.
It's not like she has no place to fucking run or go after she does this. Right? Like, what is the play there? Release it and then what? Just die. Well, I could have poisoned myself with any of this shit here if that's what I wanted to do, if I wanted to kill myself. But, Claudia is a hothead.
Yes.
It's a hothead.
Kills everybody she is in the business with.
I'm starting to think that maybe the whole, no, you can't run this, you do the legitimate side, is more so of a father seeing some negative leadership traits in his daughter and trying to shield her from realizing them at the, at the mercy of, or at the expense of the family business. Maybe he sees some of his negative qualities in his own daughter and doesn't want to release the business to that and thought the better fit was his son. Maybe it didn't have to do with the whole woman thing. Because, I mean, she's a legitimate bad leader. Like, she's very good with information. She's very organized and motivated, but she's a terrible leader. She's an awful leader.
Yeah. So. Agreed. Jannard pulls up to the park to meet up with bro who wasn't fucking with Tommy. Lil bro offers him a deal for $26K a brick for that mid-ass coke that he got. Not only did this man get took on the deal, but then Lil bro took that man on the court and dipped.
Oh my God, bro. Okay, so I told you at the warehouse, these are the prices. It's 31, right? But it's a higher quality, and I'm set, right? I have the existing infrastructure that was running before, and you can just keep on doing after. Only thing you gotta do is stop messing with What's the Name Street. But I want What's the Name Street. Nah, leave What's the Name Street alone. All right, cool. So to convince you was an extra $500. Sorry, my bad. $5,000. Right? For some fucking baby food. And, now you get to say fuck all the mother niggas and be treason. Like, why is the crash dummy aesthetic so strong in this show? Like, from the people you would expect it to, like Homeboy, to characters like Tariq, to characters like D-Mac. Characters that show promise and intelligence outside of the drug game. Why is the crash dummy aesthetic so strong? Now, I understand why you need to have a few of those, like to show the tragedy of the culture and the life. Okay, fine. But yet, no, there are real people within that who could swerve right when you expect them to go left.
Yeah. Right?
Who see the kind of devastation that this shit can lay and get as far away from it as they possibly can and never come back. There's got to be one person like that. It's got to be one young black male that can do that, possibly.
Yep.
At least one. Please. Anywhere. Somebody who's not running headface into danger for money. Please. Show it to me.
Yikes. Jannard then goes to see Hefe, and there's a man screaming behind closed doors. Looks like an Irish dude getting tortured. Bro says he's going to be a little light on the re-up, and Hefe says he better have the rest of his money by Friday.
I'm going to cut all that shit out your ear.
Yeah, as he should. Please do. Mirkovich is calling Jannard, and he is ignoring that man, which is an awful idea. Lil bro went to see Claude to offer her a deal, and she ain't even trying to hear that man's opportunity, laughing at him immediately. Claude not trusting bro is probably the best move she could have made in this episode.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was a safe bet. He got too much heat. He got shit going on. He got the Serbs. He got the Miguel. He got F.A. He got too much shit going on, and he light. And he's selling bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have no product. He can't even take no more of that Dahlia stuff out to what's it call it? Now that the cook is dead. He got a lot of problems going on. He got Gary. He got the cartel niggas, and he got the Serbs.
Serbs, yep.
because he promised them some territory that he doesn't have, and that he doesn't have the money to go to war over right now.
He out here over promising shit. Ooh.
Love to see this downfall. Please don't let him squirrel his way out of it. It's going to be very annoying.
I got some things to say about that.
Because there's something to say about somebody who fights to get the sun and burns up while they're trying to touch it. So
yeah, no, agreed.
Icarus.
Yes.
Flew too close to the sun.
Diamond needs to see Miguel, but the Latino gang don't fuck with Tommy because he's white.
Okay.
Tommy gonna kill homeboy that pulled out his gun. The first Latino he comes across.
Of course. There's always one idiot. They start shit with him for no reason. Like, is that the shit? Like, y'all just is. I know y'all deal with white people a lot.
Y'all had a white guy in here earlier.
So like
torturing him.
Like I don't feel like Tommy needs to draw the attention of every asshole from every group in the city.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, I don't even think he walk into a room that way, commanding that type of attention. Mm-hmm. Bruh just be sitting there. So you're kind of turning him into a superhero where every bad guy has a problem with Tommy, you know?
Yeah. Miguel basically lets Diamond know that Jannard is out here asking for extensions on payment. Tommy speaks out of turn and asks for double the product, so Miguel puts Tommy in timeout. Timeout is where Tommy meets his new Liliana. Tommy also learns a new word, güero, which means whitey, apparently when I looked it up. Turns out her name is Maria, and Diamond tells Tommy that she is off limits.
I believe that's güero.
Güero? What did I say? How did I say it?
Güero.
Güero. It's spelled güero. But it's güero.
It's the
hey, bro,
pronunciation.
I get it. Lil Bro pulls up to the boxing gym, and the owner lets him know that she's with him, and it seems like she wants a piece, like desperately. She seemed thirsty as hell from the jump.
Hi, Jannard. I told your brother that we not buying that shit from that white man. You give us some money, here you go.
Oh my god!
Like, man, how you go from like teaching people in the sparring session to hi, Jannard Barbie? Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh! It was
what
so
this
bad.
Man do to you?
So bad. Maria out here giving Miguel an insulin shot, but why he looked mad shook when that happened?
Fam. Tell me, hold on. And this is probably one of them moments where you usually hear me talking about small details in the writing, and it kind of just come up as nitpicking and all that other stuff. And but this is one of the rare opportunities where I can provide some expertise, right, and tell you directly how faulty and lack of thought and research this whole scene is, right? The man is taking an insulin shot with a syringe and a old ass syringe too. Like, if you was walking down the street in your local homeless encampment, if you live in a major city, and seen them doing, intravenous drugs, that is the same type of syringe this man was taking for his diabetes. Let me tell you that in 1999, when I start giving myself my own shots, right? Because I had to take them 3 times a day, type 1 diabetic here. Those were the same type of needles that I was drawing insulin from a vial in 1999. Okay, the technology has advanced a whole lot. It would be a sight to see somebody drawing up their insulin out of a vial and poking it into their arm. First of all, it's more expensive that way because you have to buy the needles. And they're more expensive than the pen needles. And then the vials as a whole, I think, are more expensive than the pack of I mean, they're both expensive. Insulin is expensive in general, but sure. I think it's more expensive if you buy it by the vial. Mm-hmm. Anyways, just damn, man. I'm taking it back to the 90s. He don't have a pen. He don't have a meter. He don't have anything. And this is a guy, again, who doesn't need health insurance. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he got about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars, 1 million guns, and cash up the wazoo. This man can't buy no insulin meter. Can't buy a pump. To where his sister doesn't have to come to his criminal enterprise to give him insulin shots. Yeah, I guess it's a little pricey for the drug lord to buy a meter that gives him his insulin hourly when he needs it automatically. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Insulin shots it is. And the only person that can possibly do that, my nurse sister. Because a nurse would actively come into some shit that she don't want to be in every day to give you your shots when she know well on that she can just take $300 to the damn pharmacy and buy you a... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought it was weird that he was like wincing like it was his first time ever getting a shot too.
First of all, it ain't that fucking bad either. For somebody who presumably kills, I just seen him sticking somebody in somebody's bullet wound. Ain't flinching in no goddamn 2-inch syringe.
Yikes!
Jesus Christ! Yeah, small details. Like if y'all didn't know any of that, it probably would have just went right over your head. Most people that probably went right over their heads. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at this man like, hey yo, what? Is she giving him drugs? Like, why? And she all high in the shoulder, too. Like, fam, get back here. Get on the arm. Get the meat. You ever taken a shot to the shoulder?
She's a nurse. She doesn't know.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Tommy wants to be the connect, and Diamond lets him know that Miguel and the Serbs are the only connects in the city. Diamond gets a text saying Dahlia is getting pushed again. Tommy calls and asks his brother JP for a favor. Which was,
hey man, I got this. I got this this formula, but I don't really know how to get it out to people. How can I do this?
Well, shit, Tommy. We could post it online. We can put it on Twitter.
Yeah. That's the way. Let's do that, JB. My only thing is that Tommy know that he would probably be implicating the doctor in that, and I don't know, like. If she's cooking again, that means she knows she has the doctor. Now, does he think that she's just gonna fucking spaz and go shoot her in the head immediately without asking any other fucking questions? Or even thinking about who's gonna cook?
Yeah.
You've made promises, man. You have a production line to fill. Who's going to cook?
And you have a whole ass deal with your brother.
Who can you trust with this right now?
Her brother.
Well, maybe she said before she shot her it was worthless now because people were able to recreate it and also dilute it and put out faulty versions of it, which is going to lessen the appeal. Mm-hmm. So what you going to do now? I mean, shit, maybe you could have developed something new if you still had the doctor.
Yep.
Jesus.
D-Mac want to be back in the streets, and Tommy gets put on to TikTok pushing. Niggas is making more money with emojis than that bullshit NPC stream you niggas is on.
Are they? Is that how people buy drugs now?
Oh, I don't know if that's real, but I mean, at least in the show.
I mean, I guess I vaguely remember in the early Snapchat eras, you know, that was a way of communicating or finding new working men. I didn't know if that was ever going to be the main source for that type of work, but then again, maybe I'm out the loop on it. I'm traditional text. So. I don't know if that's the new craze. Maybe y'all have to let me know in the comments.
Yeah, you got to get on TikTok and see the guy who's dancing. Look at the
and look at the emojis and see what he's trying to sell me. Huh? Okay, all right. I mean, it used to be much more direct. It was just like a 20-second video of a large bag.
Yikes!
It's like, hey, you've got my number.
Just as I predicted, Claude dumb as hell, and unfortunately she kills the doc and does absolutely nothing with the body. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, left it there and just walked out. So like all the Dahlia, the doctor, you don't want to destroy no evidence. Okay, all right. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that she's going to have somebody go back and clean it all up later.
Sure. We'll go with that. Tommy likes to play with fire, which is why he's found himself a fiery Hispanic girl to hit on again in Maria. Man sits on the bench next to her like Forrest Gump. If Tommy ain't flirting with her, I don't know what the fuck Tommy's doing.
I think that's just his thing. Like he likes women that he can't have or he's not supposed to have.
Nah, that's true. Yeah.
I think that's his thing.
Yep. The Serbs come trying to take a block by Tommy, Diamond, and CBI, and Tommy calls bullshit because it's their block and Jannard doesn't own that shit.
And first of all, you's a hoe anyways because I was paying you for protection and I almost got killed. I had to bring my civilian old brother into all of this. You go do that with Jannard.
Yeah.
You holla at him. You know where to find me at. It's whatever, but you go get your whatever back from him because you ain't gonna get it from us.
Yep.
All right, I stopped respecting you after you didn't honor our agreement.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tommy gets a call and apparently D-Mac's gunshot wound is infected. Tommy starts going in on the receptionist, and lo and behold, Maria is here to make everything better for Tommy and the fam. I'd be okay with this if I didn't see dozens of black people in the waiting room with their own problems that Tommy just fucking skipped.
Stab wounds, all kind of shit. Like, I can understand why he's sitting over there moaning and groaning, because everybody in here moaning and groaning.
Tommy just skips all these black people in line. Okay.
Now, if he was coding or something like that, they would have to take him. You would have to take him back. But shit, man, if I'm sitting over here bleeding out, I got poked. No, sit your ass down. You already came through here once. Your shit is infected. You didn't just get shot. I just got stabbed. Sit down.
The Serbs are fucking up Jannard, and he claims he can fix it. Seems like this nigga got problems with everybody, but if I know power, by mid-season, he'll be back in a position of power.
Maybe. I mean,
or dead.
So they got two ways they can go with Jannard. They can say that he's the, he's the ultimate maneuverer, and that's why he was able to get through all of this and still have power. So now we have to respect him. Or it can kind of be a tragic tale. It could be the Icarus story, right, that we discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning towards Icarus, but, because we've seen this once before, he's Dre.
Yep.
He's just Dre, and that's where he's at. Or he could be Tate, a guy who you don't really see coming, but just kind of survives and adapts and keeps going. We'll see.
Yeah.
Is he Tate, or is he Drew? Or
I don't think he's smart enough to be Tate.
What's the other boy's name?
Dre.
Y'all tell us. Y'all, who do you think Jannard is closer to? Is he Tate? Is he a worm that lives? Or is he Drew? Damn, why do I keep fucking up his name? Dre. Not Drew. Dre. Rotimi. Is he a guy who flew just a little too close to the sun and ended up getting burned? Right? Had his ambition just a little bit too high and ended up costing him everything because of it. You let me know. I'm interested what y'all think about that.
Absolutely. After D-Mac gets all fixed up, Maria and Tommy have a touching moment that absolutely gets ruined by a male nurse slapping her on the ass and Bro kissing her. Not gonna cap. Definitely thought Bro was just being an asshole and harassing her.
And
Tommy's about to start fucking him up, but this might be the better way to go.
Oh man, she likes goobers.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, I mean, that makes the job a little bit easier for you, Tommy. Just kind of, you're going to have to hang the criminality up, so that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, all right, so in Power, there are two type of characters, and there's really no in between. You're either ultra virtuous, and you hate everything about drugs and criminality, and you're going to tirelessly counsel the people that you know in your life to break away from that, right? No exceptions. Or you are the ultra criminal and everything you do leads back to criminality because that's just the way of the world and there is no in between.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I think they kind of had Ghost being both.
Yeah.
At one point, he was kind of falling back into the idea of like, this is just my way out. And then he started out trying to go the complete opposite, trying to go the complete opposite direction of that. So, but most of these characters are like that. And with Maria, she's the type of character that is ultra virtuous. She doesn't really compromise or waver in any of that. She just kind of doesn't really have any type of nuance and thought in that way, except with her brother. Right? Like, I hate all my brother's dealings. I hate the people that he does business with. I hate it all, blah, blah, blah. But I still have a working relationship with him, and I still come around here, and I probably enjoy some perks that I'm just not leading on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether that be protection, whether that be higher social status, whether that be whatever, there is a certain bit of it that she's taking. She's just not going to openly advocate for it. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of hard to kind of reconcile with that character because I guess nobody is really one or the other. Like everybody does something, whether it's, watching illegal movies or going over the speed limit. Everybody does something. It's just everybody kind of has a different watermark in terms of what's too much.
Yeah, agreed. Diamond lets Tommy know that Bro flipped over to Lil Bro's side, Jannard's side, and Tommy's about to go find that man. Later on, somebody knocks on Jannard's door, and while he's shook, it's just the boxing gym owner. Of course, she pulls up to the nigger crib because she's thirsty as hell. Turns out, Jannard is just as thirsty. Power wastes no time to get into a sex scene, but I'm going to be honest with you. Jannard has a lot of shit in his crib that seems pretty expensive. Sell that shit and get your money to Miguel, please. That's like the only thing I can focus on during the whole time.
Oh, shit.
That art behind you is pretty fucking nice.
Pretty
Sell
expensive.
That shit.
Probably sell that Porsche. Like
man, you're going to die if you don't get this money to him.
Sell some shit.
Sell some shit now, please.
Nah, man. Power was like, oh, fuck. We done made it through 3/4 of the episode and nobody's fucked. We got to scramble. We got to do something. Boxer chick, come, please.
Oh, man.
We'll fix it in post and make it seem like they've been flirting all episode.
Oh, God.
Like, where did that even come from? Why did we need to see it? How was it relevant to the story? What are we doing?
I don't know.
I mean, same thing with killing the doctor. It's like, okay, she could end up playing a expanded role, or they could just shot kill her in the first episode. Yeah. And they went with shot kill.
Yep, of course.
It feels like we're storytelling by quotas now, and then that is not a good recipe.
Yeah.
Never a good recipe. Where you're doing things just for the sake of staying consistent with what you've been instead of growing into something else.
Mm-hmm. Claude tries to explain her dumbass decision of killing the doc to Vic.
I had no choice. You could have thought for a second. Like, you could have thought that, okay, so now that you've killed the doctor, was there anybody else that knew about Dahlia's formula? Nobody else except for Tommy Egan. Did you do anything to Tommy Egan? I killed Liliana. Oh, well, could that possibly maybe have been a alternative source for this mayhem?
No, we just kill before thinking.
No, we kill first. Ask questions later.
Yep. Walter has got a cash flow problem and apparently can't pay Dublin. This man is coughing up dough more than he was coughing up blood last season.
So is somebody stealing from him, or he ain't got no money? It's just been bad.
He's spending a lot of money, seemingly. He's spent a lot of money with Dublin last time, paying for those
for the hitters assassins that didn't come back, that all got assassinated.
Yep. Frivolous spending, a little bit.
I wonder what the number is. What do you think the number is?
That's a good question. I don't remember what the number was for Dublin, or the Horsemen, or whatever the fuck their names were. You think it'd be $1 million?
Oh, it's over $1 million.
Over $1 million?
It's probably a couple of million.
Sheesh.
I say $5 million.
Sheesh.
I sent my best assassins to you. None of them came home, and then you didn't even get your man.
Yeah.
It's one thing maybe if they lost it, but they did the job. You didn't even get your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, $5 million.
I can see that.
I guess it would be hard to keep that amount of money liquid and legitimate as well.
Yeah. Yep.
You probably would want that amount of cash flow still going in to be laundered if you operating at that size. So $5 million cash, that would make you clench for sure.
Absolutely. The feds present info on Tommy to their boss, and all the time I'm wondering, if Tommy's rap sheet is so long, how did y'all not find this man earlier? I found out in this scene that Homegirl is wearing a DEA badge. So, like, DEA don't keep the same information from city to city. And if the DEA has seen Tommy and have pictures of Tommy in 4K, why are the people in New York just
arguing with you? He's dead.
He's dead.
He died in the fire. No, look at this picture. I don't want to see the picture. We the NYPD. When people die here, they die. Not only the Fugazi death, but Tommy has been back to New York like 3 times since since that was supposed to have happened. So shit, he really just need to go back to New York. Why he fucking around in Chicago? They think he's so dead he can literally walk around like a ghost. Oh, see, now I'm doing it.
God damn it. Tommy rolls up on Chewy. I rolled this scene back like 4 times. It was the funniest fucking scene. The irony of stop the violence behind them in the alleyway. Tommy killed that man and he didn't even have a chance. He didn't have a chance.
They telling you straight up, we don't mess with them niggas no more. We're going to try to get y'all a good deal, but the quality going to be better. You bucked that. You wanted to go be part of fucking treason. Nothing about this seemed like it was going to go right for homeboy.
Yeah.
And I wonder why it was even needed to have that, or why we couldn't give that something else. Yeah. Like, could there not be another reason why he's willing to risk his life in this war over what? Over Tommy being white? Come on, man. Come on. Okay, maybe you have one or two people like mutter about that. And, not the white boy, you know, in the back. But he's a boss. He has been entrusted with some level of responsibility. He has a crew. He has people that follow him.
Diamond trusts him.
So there had to have been something about him that was up of a maybe not upper level intellect, but at least above average. Homeboy is operating at a middle school gang members level intellect.
Yes. Like
a 6th grader gangbanger is what we're looking at right now. And I don't even know what it added to the story because he's dead now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they addressed it in the episode 2 preview. So obviously Diamond gets upset that Tommy killed him without consulting him.
So what? We're going to argue about that for a couple things, and then I'm going to move on to the next thing I do without your permission because you're scared of your PO now.
Yep. Also, Diamond tells Jannard that he can't hang as far as, you know, this war. Walter wants Claude to run things, seemingly.
Yeah, he needs her back in for some reason. So he's dangling some meat in front of her face.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna run this organization until homeboy, except for Walter, until Walter dies.
Yeah.
No one except Walter is going to make a reason or a big enough decision, a substantial decision until he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's already been well established.
And then Miguel and Tommy seem to be shooting niggas with each other, but then it seems like he can't trust Tommy, and Maria tells Tommy to stay away. That's what I got from that trailer.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. I don't think he's going to be staying away from you, Maria. He needs his new Liliana.
It's Liliana / what was her real name? Maya?
Gloria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were the only one that called her Maya.
I know.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Give us your thoughts on the episode this week. Put it in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back every... When are these going out? Monday. Every Monday for a new Power Book 4 Force review.
Absolutely. And make sure you check out our previous reviews where we discuss Season 1, as well as Power Book 2 Goes, Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. And make sure you subscribe because we'll be talking about this every week.